Why are you against
No,
this?
I'm not against it.
So just tell
me. But
me.
you have to be able to handle it.
Yes,
and right
Mary.
now, we can't.
Today, we're in Wisconsin, visiting Janet from JW Landscaping.
I've got nobody. It's been the worst year of my life here with these employees.
I have a whole list of questions.
Okay, we'll go back
Mary.
and forth. You do one, and then you do
I have
one.
a very simple question.
She's 57 years old, and she still works out in the field 7 days a week.
Janet has been killing herself. I've been out on a medical situation.
Who right now can I send out in the field to do all those lawns? Who
Right
can
now?
I? Who can
Agreed, you
Zero.
can't.
Zero. I keep staying out longer and longer and longer, and I've had a few meltdowns, but not for long.
She sleeps in her office most nights.
But my guys are like, you sleep over here, you do, I've seen my house that I rent like 5 times or 6 times this year.
The business makes $500,000 a year, but they run the company off of pen and paper.
Okay, I have to remember where I put all that stuff. Oh, I put it over there. Wait till you guys turn over 55. You're gonna love that.
Worse, employees keep leaving.
Tyler, you're worrying me already.
Probably one of the most difficult things we struggle with is hiring people and retaining them.
Oh, Mary, Rocky did not show up, so I let him go. I don't like to wait. I think that our standards were a little higher than his.
Nothing personal against our employees, but if it's in their hands, that can be questionable.
This is the Business Turnaround Show. My name is Mike Andes. I'm the founder of Augusta Lawn Care. We have over 180 locations around the world.
I'm all alone, and now I didn't get an answer because you kept going. This is why.
It's okay.
This is this.
It's okay.
Sometimes it's like, okay, who's the owner? That would be me, so I want what I want.
And I travel the country fixing struggling businesses.
It's just capitalizing on a couple key points there changes everything.
It's a few little things, and a
Yeah.
lot of the big things actually get affected by these little
all those,
tweaks.
right.
Which
Right.
makes sense.
Our goal is to give Janet a strategy to turn around the business in the next 6 weeks.
I'm in need of so much help, Mike. God bless you. I hope to meet you.
It's very rare to have someone that is not only 54 to 60, like 2 main core ones, but also ladies. So like, respect. They're definitely like a very different industry for that. But it's gonna be difficult to tap into an audience in terms of labor.
I've got nobody, so I have to take a chance. Okay, it's been the worst year of my life here with these employees. And so I hired like 4 people, so we'll see how many stay. All right, you guys, I don't think I want you to work all day today because of this heat. Tyler, I want you guys to go to these. One's really good, one doesn't listen to directions that well at all. I don't care what order you go in. You might want to save Tom. I can call you. You've never done that house, have you?
Where is it?
Just leave it for me and I'll do it.
Okay. I've been working for like the past 6 years. It has its ups and downs like any other company.
So I'd say about 5%, maybe 4% of the team members in the field are women. And so you just kind of cut your audience down unless you can adapt your leadership style to be able to get younger guys in there too.
Janet's like a mom, sometimes a little too mom-like.
Everybody, where are your waters? Do you have waters? Do you have waters?
I have water.
Tyler, you're worrying me already. Can you please take this with you? Because that has electrolytes in it and stuff, and I'm really scared that you're gonna code blue.
It's close to my place too. It's only like a 15-20 minute drive from hers. At the end of the day, they help me out quite a bit.
Well, we got 3 trucks, 4, whoa, okay folks. This got stepped up real quick. Dude, they take over this whole spot. This can't be cheap. I did not expect that, and all nice trucks. 2 should be what it is for this size of business. What are we doing?
We're all over the age of 30. Everybody's like 37. 37 or older, and that Tony guy, I think, is like 34.
Is she in here? Oh, in there. Okay.
Younger generation.
Uh-oh. I'm looking at this masterpiece.
So to get the young guys here is very unusual for them to stay. To stick around.
Hey.
Oh my God, it's Mike!
How you
How
doing?
are you? I'm Janet.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
You as
Oh my
well.
God, it's really you. He looks the exact same. Oh my God, are you adorable? First of all, do you want a water?
Oh, I'm fine. Thank
oh,
you, though.
look at how cute he is. Hey, don't get any of that on video because they'll think I'm a weirdo.
It's okay, my wife's
But this
here.
is
We're
like
good.
an old lady kind of thing, okay?
You guys do a lot of leaf cleanups then?
We do a ton. We do like backpacks all day long where our stuff is you don't have a lick of sticks anywhere. So some of our cleanups are anywhere from $600 to $3,800, $46,000, okay? Where we come back days and days, and people will pay for that. Some people pay for 4 cleanups and you're at $6,800 and they pay it. I can't believe it. This is the oldest rig here. I'm having a hard time getting rid of this because this is my baby.
Yeah.
And it's got like 180,000 miles on it, but it does fine. 20-foot trailer. Tyler usually takes that, but one of our workers didn't show up today.
Okay. Over the past few years, has it been where you got like the third, fourth, fifth truck? Like has it grown quite a bit in the last few years, or pretty much steady?
No. I think those trucks are quite old. That's an 07. We have a 2013, a 2012, a 2016, and a 2022.
How long's Tyler been with you?
He's the only guy that's been with me. These other people I just hired was 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks
Really?
ago, Mike.
Wow.
Usually I'm by myself. We hired this other guy because you got people that always say, yeah, I don't want to do this and I don't want to do that. You know, you're always going to have people like that. Anybody can say, yeah, I was a rocket scientist. All right, build a rocket ship then. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you got to prove it.
So it's been him and I. Mary had neck surgery. She had to recuperate, so I've been out on my own doing all this morning till night.
Believe it or not, I usually am the person that loads the whole trailer into their wheelbarrows. And then they hike them and spread them. But typically it's a minimum of 2 people that are usually doing this.
I feel like I'm killing her because she's 64. Mary, did you just put those wheelbarrows in by yourself?
No, I didn't put them in there.
The last thing you want to do is say, go out there with these guys. She can't do anything, but she can supervise, and I don't mean that mean.
When you start getting above 45, you have to start thinking about how do I not do physical manual labor. You can do physical labor until you're in your 50s, but when you're like in your 60s and your 70s, it starts to get tough.
And if anything, it's as we age, it gets a little more difficult to keep the pace. Because we're not young and virile like you guys. Yeah.
But what you can do in terms of your 60s and 70s is more mental work. So like you can still run the office, you can still do estimates, you can still meet customers. You gotta switch to that when you're in your 50s. It'd be a rapid rate of change. And after someone's that old, the question is, can they change? And I'm optimistic, but I'm also a realist.
I've been doing this for 38 years. So I have high retention. Like people I've been with since a kid, 18, 19, 20, they've been with me.
Wow.
And a lot of people who sell their gazillion-dollar homes, they'll go through 5 owners and still give my name and number to say, you need to keep this person.
You know, even all her trucks we put on there, asked for Janet because, you know, her family was prevalent in the community.
Like if you want to add a constraint and bottleneck to the business, just do that. Tell everyone to talk to the owner.
So right now I think there's 3 trucks and trailers out,
Okay.
which is unusual, Mike, because when I texted you and was asking you, I only had 2, Tyler's and mine. So we had boom, 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 trucks sitting there not making any money.
For someone that's been in business for 34 years to like reach out and ask for help, a lot of respect for that, because it shows me that like there's a level of desperation that she's like, okay, I need something to change here. What's your biggest kind of like stress? Is it the physical side, just like knowing that that's a leg there, or is it like the financial side? What is it?
I was scared that we're gonna have no snow. So I'm like, I gotta do something or Tyler's gonna leave. I was just thinking he would walk away if I didn't have work for him. So I bought a house this year. So he demoed and did all this stuff, and then Mary redid everything in that house. My sister was supposed to go in on it with me, and she backed out. So Laura, you put 200 in, I'll put 200 in. She said yes on a Wednesday. I'm in the bathtub on Friday night at like 8 o'clock. I get a text, I can't do this, Janet. I can't do this, I have to back out, I can't do this. The things were already signed, I already put down $10,000 earnest money. And so I had to come up with another, $175,000. So that's my whole retirement almost.
She is not 59 and a half, so she pulled her retirement out and took a huge hit on it. Should anyone do that? Not in the perfect world, but the thing is, like, what's your return on that 401k or something might be, let's just call it 8-10% a year if you're lucky on a good year. Okay, well, can you beat that with the business? Yeah, absolutely. If you make 50 grand out, start a business, and 5 years later the business is doing 500 grand and you were profitable 100 grand a year, that seems like a really good investment. It's also risky. Like owning a business is slightly more risky than owning the S&P 500. Like a lot more risky. And so like you gotta be a bit of a character to do that. Take that kind of risk this late in life on a business that you're still out in the field doing most of the work.
I would love to find 2 good people to be a foreman to, like Tyler. Tyler could be a foreman to these other guys, but I want a guy who does know it all.
Right.
Because I really don't care about my money.
Right.
I want good people that feel good and want to make this a career.
What the business requires if you're going to continue growing, is getting out of the worker phase and moving to manager. Alternatively, you could also hire a manager, but then you need to grow massively. Like if she went out and hired someone just loved admin and sales, then yeah, she could probably, but you need to grow the business like $1 million plus pretty quickly.
Yeah, I've been here for like 5 years. I can't remember if the rent is $1,500.
Okay.
But I sleep over here. I can live anywhere.
Yeah.
And so for me, I'm okay with this, but my guys are like, you know, like, you sleep over here, you do, Yeah, correct. Yeah. Mike will start firing numbers, firing everything. Mary has all those numbers. Mary's knows all of that. I work. You will love her because you and her are like genius savants.
Okay.
And I am not. I'm the girl who works like a dog, does it as like a robot.
Okay.
And so just Mary gives me a number every year. Here's where we were last year. I'd like to be, I want you to do, let's say, 300,000. All right, just give me, she wants me to sit down. No, just give me the number and I'll go do my thing. Cool. And then somehow it works out. And we kind of butt heads because I like to make sure that all of my equipment is great, even though we don't have a lot because it's all in the trucks. Sometimes I rebel, like I bought a backpack this year and a weed whacker, and she's like, hey, you spent such and such here. And I said, yeah. And so that's why sometimes it's like, okay, who's the owner? That would be me, so I want what I want.
I have a feeling this is going to turn into, hey, this is what I want you to do, which is become a better leader and grow the business because you are getting older and need to get out of the field.
I was hiring 4 people and we needed a weed whacker. And she's like, no. Here's the budget and here's this. And I'm like, okay. Yeah. So $300, Mary, for the whole year. And I've been working my ass off, you know?
And then what I end up telling her to do might be scale back, make this thing profitable, raise your prices super high. If I don't know if she's capable or not of changing her leadership style.
And so that's been working forever. Excuse me.
Go ahead. No, you're fine.
Yeah, Miss Mayor.
Hey, is this a driveway? Can we back into this driveway? Or is that no?
I would assume if Zach can drive it out, I would ring the doorbell. I would ask, I would back it in anyways. And then just go to the door. And then somebody wants you to come back to the shop because the movie star Mike Andes is here. And he really needs you here.
Get him started and come back.
Yeah, please.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks, bye. All right, so she'll be here, sorry.
No, you're good.
So do you mind if we come inside?
Yeah, let's go ahead.
Because Saturday I got heat stroke really bad and I was vomiting. Yeah, it was really fun. It was really fun retching, let me tell you that.
Mercy.
It was such a crazy day when I had all that heat stroke on Saturday. I was throwing up, vomiting out here, and I had to sit in here for like an hour. And the moment I got back out there to just open the window, I was just... And then I couldn't drive home for 9 hours. I was stuck here because I couldn't even get in the car without retching.
A massive risk to the business is simply her health. And like the fact that your body will give out when you're older. And it's already happened to her assistant.
Janet has been killing herself. I've been out on a medical situation. So the pressure has really been on our main guy that's been with us for many years, and Janet to pick up the pieces. Probably one of the most difficult things we struggle with is hiring people and retaining them.
If she can love the work, but now focus on managing workers that are doing the work and get joy and fulfillment out of that, then she can do this much more sustainably for another 10 years.
In a perfect world, we'll find somebody that can be groomed into the business for her so she can transition into something that's a little more manageable for her age and her physical ability, because we're all getting old.
It's gotta be pretty easy. Let's go out there and bang this out. Mary will show you. So this is the woman.
The
this
legend.
is Mary Schultz. Mary, this is Mike Andes. Please, the guy. Look at. Isn't he adorable, Mary? Isn't he adorable?
My name is Mary Schultz, and I am
pretty much everything.
I'm not
She's
sure.
the heartbeat. Come on. She's the admin. She's the mechanic. She's pretty much. Yeah, look at how cute she is. She's a good little Polish girl. just been infinitely good to my business, and I give her a lot of my grief. Yeah. Not my employees. Mary gets a lot of my grief.
I've never been around a boss or an owner that tells their employees thank you 10 times a day. She is so much more polite than what I'm used to, and most people in our business are used to, because it's kind of a guy's world. It's a little more gruff, and she's so nice, professional, and thankful.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much, okay? Thank you, dear God.
And sometimes maybe I say to her, oh my God, you don't have to thank them 10 times a day. This is what they get paid to do.
Yeah.
Mike, here's the truth of it though.
What's the
For
truth of
years, we spend minimal on advertising, and we have gotten more sales than we can handle.
it? Okay. I'm not saying this is not bad
Our
at all.
trucks
I'm just-
parked a block away here or there. People call off of the trucks as our
No,
major
they don't.
source.
They have to see that truck like 20 times from the actually
But they
call.
do,
They've seen it for
because we're
years
in
and
the
then they
neighborhood
call.
all
I've
the
seen you
time.
for years in the neighborhood. Well, they
So,
haven't called for years.
can-
I'd
let me
rather make
just
that
say-
lead a little faster.
That for years and years and years, we didn't have to really
Come
pursue
on.
because we were trying to pursue business in increments that we could handle and do well. Because as I said in the
Boy, is
beginning,
she
no
dumb.
point in pursuing business, doing it poorly, or not reflecting your bottom line because you're not prepared for it or you're not efficient at it. We not pursued extra business because it was like built in. That phone rings like crazy.
No,
Are
it
the-
doesn't. My phone doesn't ring like crazy for jobs, Mary. I'm honest. You know that. It does not ring like
other
crazy.
thing that
I love
we used
you, Mike.
to do
but
that with our
doesn't
regular
ring.
customers is, and I don't do it anymore because they haven't been around, is when we're on the property, we chit chat with them, and they start walking around with
I
us.
try not
Before
to.
you
I
know,
try to
you
get
could
the heck
sell an ungodly amount of work to our customers just by walking around.
I don't know,
Me, I'd
Mary.
be like, oh, hey, did you see that? You know, the sales end of it. I mean, that comes back to how much we like dealing with our customers and so on and so forth.
What is,
Can we use other sources, Google, Nextdoor,
Yes.
things like that?
Yes,
Is it going to
why
hurt?
are you against
No,
this?
I'm not against it.
So just tell
But you
me.
have to be able to
Just tell me.
handle it.
Yes,
and right
Mary,
now,
I
with
can
3
be-
people with
you know
2
what, Mary?
weeks under our
Well,
belt,
I can
we
be-
can't, is my opinion.
I'd like to start doing that. So maybe I can take the jobs that I want to take and build a new customer base. They are getting very old, our people that we are doing. Just
No
a minute,
question.
I'm talking.
I'm with
So
you on that.
That's why I think that this is a better route to go. And then I can see about the jobs, pick and choose. If I can't take a job, I'm going to tell them, I'm sorry, I'm booked up. They'll be fine and move on. It's not like I'm going to kill them if I say, I'm so sorry, we're just really booked out for 4 weeks. Can you wait? Some people will if they know that you're good. That's what we were doing, and people were waiting. But I know that I think that would be an asset, not a hindrance, is to get some of those. I'm not going to take on more than I can handle, but I'd like to have some. I have nothing, Mary, on the books for a week and a half now.
I understand.
I have nothing. What does that mean, Mary? I have to generate
really
that.
agreed.
And how am I going to generate that, Mary? Well, I'm going to call those people up and cold call them all. I know you'd be like, that's a great idea, Janet. You have a database of that, so go ahead. Well, sometimes you've already maxed them out because they're getting 8 services from you every year, you know? So you have to get some new, fresh
So
customers.
we typically like to run where we're booked for 2 to 3
how to
weeks.
get that. I'm
And
asking
we've had that grace, but we don't have it right this minute. And we don't have the staff to support it at this minute.
Mary, you don't have the answer for everything. I just was asking him a question, and now I didn't get an answer because you kept going. This is why.
It's okay.
This is this.
It's okay. It's
So
okay.
it's-
Relax,
it's
relax,
just-
Janet. It's okay.
He's only here for so long.
It's okay. I'm absorbing from all the conversation, and it'll help me be able to give a better plan.
Okay.
Okay. So what I want to do is I want to outline first off some of the problems, and then we'll figure out the solutions. The dynamic between the two of them is so it's interesting. I get where they're coming from. They have like a yin and yang situation going on. Like they're so polar different and opposite, and they butt heads quite a bit, but they have a huge amount of respect and love for each other, which is, good and bad. It'll be interesting to see if they can adapt though. I think overall the business has just aged along with them in terms of their website, the way they hire people, the way they treat people. And I think in general, people need to understand that if you're gonna try to attract a different type of workforce and a different type of generation, you're gonna have to meet them where they're at. So yeah, we can all be a bunch of boomers, and that's not necessarily an age thing, but just a mentality thing. Think that the market's gonna change. The market is king. So if the labor market changes, you will have to adapt the way you run your business. Any business, regardless of the size of the business, is going to have a problem that keeps it from growing. So think of this like money in my bank. I take that and I go spend on ways to get more customers.
Okay.
Which are the leads.
And I get more leads. And I get a ton of leads, your phone's ringing off the hook, you got
Okay.
work coming out of yours. I need more laborers. As I get more and more laborers, I need to lead them.
Yes.
whether hiring a general manager or yourself. And now, because leadership means not doing the work,
Yeah.
I make less money.
Oh.
Because I don't. So there's a
correct,
cycle.
because
It just keeps going.
Okay.
Hey everyone, hope you're enjoying the episode. It's Mike Andes here, and I just wanted to take a quick minute to say thank you for all of your support. These turnaround shows, we fly the whole team out. It's several weeks of editing, and it's very expensive, but it's because of your support in the community that allows this to happen. Everyone that joins Copilot CRM, that joins Home Service Web Design, is part of Augusta Lawn Care, is really what makes this possible. So first off, I just want to say a massive thank you. Secondly, if you have a business that needs a turnaround, is struggling, I would love to fly out. It's completely free. We bring out the team for several hours and try to help turn the business around. So if it might be helpful for you in your business, just DM me, direct message me on Instagram or on Facebook, and we'll see if you're a good fit. Right, so now all of a sudden, guess what usually happens? You have to raise your prices.
Okay.
So raise your prices so that way you can keep the cycle
that
going.
cycle.
We're gonna go through each of these and outline some of the problems in each. And then we'll go over here's how we're gonna fix them.
Right.
So from a liquidity perspective, in my opinion, we need to have credit cards.
Yes.
We need to have bank accounts on
Yes.
file. This is going to allow you, like right now, at least on the balance sheet, I saw there's $45,000 of accounts receivable. In other words, work that we have done that we have not collected on. And that is simply a function of we have made it difficult for them to give us money.
Okay.
Right now, when you send an invoice at the end of the month, we are hoping that we fold that thing up, we send it out the 1st or 2nd. Then it gets there the 5th or the 6th. Then it goes on their desk until the 7th or the 10th. Then they get back from vacation, and on the 20th they send us a check. If I want to make more money, I should probably make it easier for people to give me money. And if I want to make it harder for me to make money, probably a good idea to make it harder for people to give me money. So let's make it where you have to pull out this archaic book, pull out this pen with ink inside of it, write on it, pull it out, put it inside of an envelope, put a stamp on the envelope, write a bunch of words all over it, put it in the mail, hope and pray that the mailman delivers that thing correctly. Hopefully it shows up in your mailbox. Hopefully you pick it up. Hopefully it gets to your desk. Hopefully it gets into your car. Hopefully it gets to the bank, and hopefully it cashes. It's a lot of hopes. I'd rather just get the money, pay my 2-3% to the credit card processing company, and make that money for certain. We need to change the way we run this business to attract laborers, and I will say, to attract customers. Because in the past, every door direct mail or your trucks only, that might have worked. Now, everyone's online.
Yes.
And so if we're gonna build this for the next Tyler or someone else take the business,
for the future.
we will build this business differently, right? So we are going to accept credit cards and
like Zelles or ACH.
ACH, and that's just your bank account or a credit card. All right, the other thing is, I believe that in order to do the changes when you make in the business, we're gonna raise prices by 10%. It gets the same way. It's like, just be honest. Like the honest truth that she needs to raise prices slightly so that she can make sense of getting software, paying credit card fees, and upgrading the business so that she can serve these customers for another 30 or 40 years, which means going beyond her lifespan. And if that's going to happen, the best thing for the customer is to raise prices. And if you're just honest with the customer, like, hey, I want to serve you for a very long time. As it currently stands, it doesn't work with me going to every single property. I'm getting old, but I want to make sure your property is served when you've handed off your house to your kids. In order for that to happen, I need to be able to hire certain people, and I'm gonna have to raise prices. I think she'd retain every single person. Right now, your customers are concerned. They're concerned by the fact that they have worked with you for 20 years. They love your work, love it. And they're concerned that you're not gonna show up one day because you're gonna get wiped out. You're gonna get completely exhausted, etc.
Right.
We're going to raise our prices at the same time that we tell them we're now accepting credit cards. We're moving into a software-based system where you can see all of your invoices.
So I get it.
And we're doing this so that we can take care of you
better in the future.
So like if someone got hit by a bus.
Yeah, I get in a lot of accidents. Nobody else does. So
like if you've had a customer for 25 years and then the owner's like, hey, I want to keep serving you at the same level and I don't want this to ever quit. Because the customer also in the back of their mind, if they really care about their landscaping so much, they're also wondering, okay, Janet's eventually gonna, get hit by a bus. We're not gonna be able to do this landscaping work anymore. I sure hope I can find someone else that'll be able to do a good job. And so why not just be the solution to that? Like, hey, I gotta charge a little more so I can make sure this happens.
We did have some issues this spring with where we did raise prices and customers called and Janet went out, renegotiated, saved them.
Yeah, so they were going to cancel everything.
There were quite a
here's
few
the
of
thing.
those.
That
If we
was-
raise prices by 10% and we lose 10% of our customers,
Uh-huh.
you will think all hell broke loose. That'd be 6
Right.
customers.
I only have like 58 or 60
No, that's
lawn
lawn
accounts.
customers. We have over 100
I know I have
active
hundreds of
customers.
others.
But let's say there's 60 right now
Yeah.
that are occurring for mowing. If you lost 10%, there'd be 6.
Right.
And trust me, I know if you lost 6 customers a week, you would lose your mind.
She will.
You will, because you feel like you disappointed them, they're mad, all this other stuff. You will make as the same amount of money
Right at the end of the day.
for doing less work.
I'm with you.
And then you will have the resources to serve your other customers much better. So the challenging part with 60 houses is an owner operator can kind of get away with just thinking about everything in their head and not needing software. So once you get above like 100, you start forgetting stuff. And so she's still in that area where she's able to kind of juggle everything because she's been doing it for so long, probably knows every single property, every single bush, every single thing about every single customer. But if you're gonna scale, you're gonna need software. You will have the resources to be able to serve your team much better. And to me, this is like why I listen. You have not mentioned money. You have mentioned I want to serve my team and my customers.
It's really huge, I think.
I
so
think
to
the
do
money will
that,
follow.
To do that, we're going to increase prices by 10% so that we can do that.
Okay.
All right. So it's going to be a 10%
Mike.
price increase on our price.
Across the board, hey?
Across the board. And you're going to do it with a video that shows how much you care.
Yes, yes.
The reason I'm doing this is because I am married, can't be on your property
Yeah.
forever.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want anything to happen that prevents us from serving you
Right.
and J&W being able to make sure that happens.
Sure. Okay.
Now, that 10% is going to give us the flexibility to make the changes in the business that need
Oh,
to
that
happen.
need to.
I gotcha.
understand that.
Okay.
Well,
So-
you just so you know, you and Mary communicate very effectively. What comes in your mind and what comes out your mouth is very hard for me to do. So I'm just complimenting you both for doing that. That's hard because you're able to
Thanks.
not stutter and do that all and do it just like in this flow. So I might have to do like 10 takes of that video.
But it's fine. It's fine because
You're very good at.
there's other everyone has their own flaws and weaknesses.
Okay.
What I want you to do is focus on your strengths and stop thinking about your weaknesses.
Okay.
Like there's plenty of things I do not know how to do. I'm not very good at.
Okay.
And the reason you don't believe that is because you watch videos of me doing things that I'm really good at.
Oh yeah.
Because
But
focus
you don't
on
see
it.
the videos of the things he's really
Stink.
not.
I stink at.
There is no 100% perfection.
I know.
And so what I want you to do is focus on the things that you're good at, which is you care for people. You care about your team and you care about your customers. And I just want that shown to your customers.
Okay.
I just know that based on what we know about her so far is that she's going to be so much of a perfectionist that she would never allow someone outside the office or someone like to communicate with her customer. It's going to be a huge leap for me just to get her on software, let alone, hey, someone else is going to answer the phone. Someone else is going to handle the software. Someone else is going to dispatch and do pricing and accept credit cards over the phone for you. So I don't know how far I'll jump into that.
We're contracted for this year, so what do we do about that?
Well, you can do it at the end of the year. We can tell them
Okay,
now.
that's
that they're
fine.
And
Yeah.
you're like, we want to give you plenty of heads up. That
Correct,
way you
for
feel
next
good.
Next spring, we're
Yeah.
gonna be
That's
here.
fine. Now, I would be probably more than 10%. Like, you guys know me enough.
Well,
I don't like 10% price
this spring.
increases.
She went up 20-25%
I went
on
up a
things,
lot,
but
young
we
man.
got busted a lot, and
Yeah.
she had to go out and
But now
do
you're,
some damage control.
but like, the fact is that you didn't lose, how many customers you actually lose? 0? You went and negotiated
I
and
Yeah, I
got
think
some back?
you
I
saved every of
lost.
them.
There's like a few. I think I lost like 5.
Let's say 5.
Yeah, I
You raised
did.
prices by 20 to 30%.
Well, I did.
And you lost
We raised-
less than 10% of your customers.
So that's not what he's saying. That's within margin. That's not a bad number.
But I'm just letting you know, we are charging
Oh, I
good
know.
money.
I know.
We're not charging beneath
Yeah.
anything.
Years
Again,
ago,
all that's paid
yeah,
off
used to
out
be
there.
Way down here.
Yeah, 16, 17 years
you gotta
ago.
raise
But
it up.
now we are out to make profit, a healthy 20% to 25%. Mary has shown me that, everybody. At least I can
trying.
knock on my head. So I better at that than I was before.
If you don't want to do the price increase, you
no.
could literally scratch it. I need that money though
Yes.
to do these other changes.
Correct.
Right.
And that's why I
I'm-
will do this.
So because this
when
is
they're-
all linked to this.
linked to that. Great.
From what she likes to do and as being out in the field, that will absolutely bottleneck the business from growth. That's when usually I tell people to like scale back to being a solo operator or maybe like one employee if they just love doing the work. But I also look at this as like, this is not a ticking time bomb, but like a massive risk to the business is simply her health. and like the fact that your body will give out when you're older. If she can love the work, but now focus on managing workers that are doing the work and get joy and fulfillment out of that, then she can do this much more sustainably for another 10 years. All right, let's keep moving.
Yes, sir.
So let's assume that now liquidity, it's not like we don't have any cash in the bank. I come into businesses, there's $2,000 in the bank. We have
How
tons
much
of
do we
credit card
have?
debt.
We're probably at 60 grand right now.
We're
And
at 60 grand?
We just bought her a
off.
$500,000 house.
But Mary, I don't have that as my nest egg. Like, you have to understand, I took all that out. Don't argue because let me explain. That was all of my money to put me through retirement. So you don't see it as a big deal.
No, it's not.
I
all
see it
your
as a
money.
big deal.
It's not all
All right, let's just.
The money that we used to leave in the business was too much because it doesn't make us money sitting there.
I
It
think
needed
this
to be
is-
used more wisely. So we took a lot of the cash out of that and used it towards the purchase of a house because mortgage rates, as you know, are not cheap. Okay,
So he doesn't want to hear all
that
this.
business money or that extra cash that was sitting in the business is much more productive in a house that's now returning $3,500 a month.
Whatever.
No,
that's
whatever.
just the house doesn't break down. He just called because
I
the
know.
addict is,
It's okay.
Mary
This
is
happens.
very different than me on this. And,
Anyway.
and that makes me want to.
So Janet, you have access, and she has a line of credit for that house that I arranged
you
specifically.
don't want a line
so
of
if
credit.
we
You want to be good on your own.
if
It
we
is
were
what it
ever
is.
getting a jam,
Oh dear
plus
Lord.
she has several $100,000
I
in
don't have several
retirement. Yes, you do.
$100,000 in. Okay, here's where we're
Liquidity is not the problem. For someone who doesn't know their numbers, if they just relegate to someone else to know the numbers might be just fine. Like, she's like, yeah, we have plenty of money in the bank and it's all good. And she's like, what's going on? And so if you're gonna delegate, you just want to be careful not to relegate and then like have absolutely no idea what's going on and it still be a foreign topic. So like you might not do your accounting, but you should know how to read the P&L. You might not do your taxes, but you should probably be able to read your 1040. And you should understand what a write-off is and what the consequences of that are. And so you don't need to know how to do something, but you should at least be educated enough in that discipline to talk about it with the professional. And so if she can figure out things like close ratio, efficiency score, all of these things, she'll be able to talk to Mary in a completely different way and they'll have a much more cohesive language. It's safe to say that liquidity is not a problem. The reason is because I only require someone to have a month worth of revenue
Oh yeah, no, we've
for us to be able to say, hey, this is not the main constraint.
Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't
that's
heard
not
you all
constraint.
complaining about there's no money,
No.
Well,
nothing.
I mean, I live pretty, we live lean.
I know, but I'm just saying that's not the constraint to this business
Right.
growing. The reason that they have so much bickering and disagreement is because they're speaking different languages. One person is speaking the language of operations, that's Janet, and another person is speaking more of an admin and sales perspective, which is Mary. And so that language, that there's no computation there because you need a CRM in place to be able to translate between those two sectors of the business. And so that's why they're always colliding. And in addition to that, they have different personalities. One's more focused on the numbers, more focused on the systems, and the other is very, very focused on the customer and doing of the work. But you've got to have an intermediary, which is many times software or some sort of record keeping that allows people to be able to communicate across disciplines. The business as it currently stands basically operates because of long-standing relationship with customers. We need to be able to tap into a new lead
Yes.
source because it will do several things. One, it'll set up your team for the future.
Right.
Two, it'll allow you the confidence to raise prices because you know you get so many
Right,
new
yeah,
leads
so much
coming in.
more.
You're like,
Agreed.
great, 5 people left, we'll get 10 people in next week.
Yeah.
Okay. So leads right now, the problem is everything is word of mouth. I'm just gonna say word of mouth loosely. Word of mouth only. Now, do I love word of mouth? Yes, but we've taken 30 years and we're at our current size.
Right.
And I believe we could double, literally, if we wanted to.
Yeah, but I don't know that that's the goal here.
I'm just saying the amount of leads that we have got from the past
Right.
could be exponentially increased with a few changes.
Yeah, we have doubled them over the last 15 years. We've tripled them almost
Yeah.
over the last 15 years.
And the fact,
Their business.
the other fact is like right now, leads are very lumpy. So during the spring, we have tons of them.
Right.
During the summer, during the winter,
Yeah.
very few.
Yeah.
And it leads us to go out and do projects like the house just to keep our crew busy because you care about people. The next problem they're facing is leads. And right now they're getting a whole bunch during the spring, but they can't even service them because they're so busy. I love word of mouth. I love being able to get customers based upon referrals. But the problem is I can't control whether or not Susie talks to Sally. So let's just call it lumpy leads. That's a problem.
Okay, lumpy.
Lumpy leads. We can't have it where we have tons of leads coming in
Yeah.
during one time and other times we're starving.
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Right now we're drowning in work
But-
2 weeks ago, and then now it's like on a week and a half we're out of work.
Yeah.
Okay, yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's a problem. Now let's move on to labor. The way that it used to be in like 90s, 80s, like you did just go to show up to work, do what was on your list, and go home. And you were expected to like be a career person for the next 20 years. That's what you do. And it's just a different world now, especially in home services. Like your constraint to growth is always great labor. And so if that's the constraint, we need to make sure we adhere to the fix for that, which is how do we keep people on and retain them?
I used to have like 10 people working for me. I was not happier. And I realized that I'd like to have 5 and just be a niche like we are, instead of babysitting all these people who half of them will be great and half of them I'll get complaints from people working for them going, I busted my kahunas and he didn't do anything.
I was thrilled that I had a guy that on day 1 or 2 was, you know,
right.
looks like
And
a winner.
He's been
I mean,
good.
a winner.
Your man Zachary has been good. He's very grateful for this job.
Yes.
We've hired probably 10 or 9 people, and as you can see, they all didn't make it. I did have to let some guys go. Oh, Mary, Rocky did not show up, so I let him go. I don't like to wait, okay? I think that our standards were a little higher than his. He might have had a problem with girls. Girl ownership, I don't know. But I was very nice to him, very good. I just think they are used to people not surveying their work and just like doing it and going. And for us, we don't do that because I don't get paid if the job isn't right. I'll take anybody, even if they're not trained, just do mulch. It's gotta be pretty easy. Let's go out there and bang this out. Mary will show you. But also if they're not busting tail, you gotta go, hey, this is, don't mean to do this, but we need to definitely step it up. This is what we normally do. I don't know if I'm doing that right.
No one wants in this workforce, especially when you're going after 20 and 30-year-olds, like no one wants to go to a job where you don't know anything but your task list for the day and people are looking over your shoulder, they're micromanaging. No one wants that.
Tyler, I got him a car when he started with us because his car blew up and he paid us back. And he drove that car for years. If he had a crisis and had a big repair, she's there for him. But we built a relationship with him.
Well, that's what I want to do with
and we can do that maybe with Zachary too. I mean, if you want
to do that
we
with
can do
people.
those kind of things and build something more than just I'm going to show up and, you know, that's all.
Yeah, like I think the unique thing here is that you both care a lot about the people. And I think that as you get older, like I want you to focus on that.
Yeah.
The doing of the work right now is sapping so much of your time and energy that you can't even do what you actually love, which is build these people up.
But they won't respect me if I don't work.
That is a fatal
not
flaw as
true.
us as leaders. Yeah, like she came from a family of doctors and like sounds like her sisters all were quote successful in the corporate world. So many times in home services, people have this complex that like we are somehow less than, and because we work with our hands and we're hardworking, that we are somehow less than. I also think that that mentality locks you into continuing to work with your hands instead of stepping away from the business and be like, oh, actually, I am an architect. Like instead of you thinking about like, I mow grass, I'm like, I'm an architect of a business. Like I build an enterprise. And whether you want to label entrepreneur or leader or manager, it doesn't matter. It's like, there are few people that can take other human beings, create systems for them to succeed and make more money, solving problems for customers, and do it at a profit. There are few people that can do that sustainably, especially over the course of 30 plus years. So a lot of times it's just like, we have complexes in our brain, and everyone has it.
All right, you guys, I have to do my route sheets right now. And those are really hard for me to do because I am kind of stupid in my head sometimes. It's supposed to be the same every week, but it's not.
When you have little evidence of success, it compounds too. It's like when I dropped out of school and everything, and then like, now it's easy to look back and like, yeah, I don't doubt it at all. I'm so glad I didn't do that. And then, but like 3 years in, when it almost takes your life and you have no systems in the business and you're not making money, you really start to second guess yourself. So I can only imagine doing it for 34 years and feeling the way she feels, feeling very trapped and somewhat like, maybe I'm stupid, maybe I'm just dumb. Like that's like always where it defers to. If you can't figure something out, is you can always just say, well, I'm stupid, like I'm dumb. And that can it can be an easy scapegoat for why you're not figuring out a problem in the business.
But they won't respect me if I don't work.
That is a fatal
not
flaw as
true.
us as leaders. And I say that
That
as
is,
us.
and I've always said that.
Mary, the thing is that you need to know, who right now can I send out in the field to do all those lawns? Who
right
can
now.
Who can
Agreed, you can't.
Zero except Tyler and me. So
Agreed.
So all I'm saying is,
But this is something
this
that we're
weekend,
trying to
just
get
a minute,
to.
yes. So this weekend when I took off on Sunday and I didn't do anything, I'm now behind in lawns because Mr. So-and-so didn't show up. I'm trying to get to my fertilizations next when the temperatures are low so I can put my number 3s down next week. Just a minute.
I'll do those.
So, and you are not supposed to because the doctor said you can't do that and no bumping on the stuff. So I'm really about taking care of her and no, you're not supposed to do that. So you will not be doing that and getting your neck all crunked again. Thank you very much.
You can be 80 years old running this business from a laptop.
Just not digging with the shovel.
Right,
I
exactly.
mean,
So
And
we
you
gotta
haven't-
focus on that part.
Right, you haven't done that. It's been last year, and
Last
that's
year
I
was
told
better,
you. That's
and
it.
this year
You don't do anything
couldn't.
this year except for leaving early.
Yeah, but you
know,
care for her. But
leaving
she,
early never happens, so that's
I have
until
told
we
you
get.
to leave early, and I physically
We're not
told
there.
you
You
haven't
can't leave a
left.
guy that's been here 4 days
Okay,
on the
but
job.
I'm going to be here.
I think people will watch this and be like frustrated by how much they interrupted me and stuff. But I also know that feeling of being completely overwhelmed, feeling like, yes, I know I need to be doing these systems things, but also we're way behind on jobs and we're not serving our customers and they're freaking out at us. And I just can't get anyone to work with me for a day or two. Like, I get that. Like, I feel like how they're feeling. So that's how it helps me like be patient, because usually I'm like, shut up, like let's do this, let's make this happen. But like I know where they're coming from.
I just have to make sure that I'm not doing everything for everybody. I'm just maintaining what I have. People have waited 3 months to do cleanups. Do you understand? March, we've been out March 9th. It's just June. Mary just came back to work like last week or two. We're just got those cleanups done. Those people didn't even witch at us, but I was like,
We're very
they were
fortunate with our clientele.
We have, those clients have been so good. They have known
that was
Mary,
a commercial
they've
property
known
that we
me.
waited till these were
No,
commercial
Mary,
residential
that's much
homes.
more than one job. We had about 12 jobs that had to be done.
But let's circle back to you not feeling like you have to be
I didn't.
on that job.
I'm here all alone.
When you
I'm
have
all
a
alone.
trained staff.
I'm all alone.
Right, but when you
doing
have
my
a
work.
trained staff, then you have to get
You like this
to the
banter,
point
everybody?
of not feeling like you have to physically
Mary,
be doing
you've
it to
seen
get their
people
respect.
when you have left people at jobs and I went over there and saw that mulch and there's dirt there and I'm like, great.
Yeah.
What do you expect, Mary? You have to check up and make sure that everything's
We're not
done
saying
right.
you don't check.
And I'm not there. I'm checking 5 minutes when I'm on the job at Mr. So-and-so's property because we just took a big job.
I'm just
and
circling
cutting
back
it.
to you
That's
said that
all.
you don't feel like your employees respect you unless you're there doing the job.
No, I'm not about respect. They respect me more because I'm out there doing it, knowing that they, I'm busting my tail, which I'm fine with.
Here's what I found, because I had the same mentality, and that is, if every time there's a mistake or something that needs to get done, if you jump in, you're handicapping them from taking ownership of their job. Here's the thing, like you will continue this frenetic pace that you're on until you physically cannot. And so what it's like if you're trying to fight a fire and you go with the garden hose, you're like, oh, there's a bunch of fire coming out this window, spray, we're over here. Versus like, okay, we're gonna surgically work on this aspect of the business. And we're gonna attend, all of our time and attention is gonna focus, and we're gonna let other things burn. I see a lot of times people that have been around, like done it for 20, 30 years, that love the doing of the work. A nice transition for them is actually training and teaching other people to do the work, because they find so much fulfillment, and they're usually actually pretty good at teaching other people because they know their craft and they enjoy seeing someone else pick up on the craft. But again, in order to be the teacher or trainer exclusively in a business, you need to have a bigger business. And so again, like that's where like either she needs to grow and get to that size, or she needs to scale back. And honestly, it sounds horrible, but like basically milk the last couple years of her being physically capable of doing the job. But like that's a huge risk because we're just betting against time. We've identified the fact that right now we have no system for finding
in training.
Hiring and training.
We only do Craigslist. It's
You know.
just ridiculous. So
Yeah, we get nothing off of anything else.
Well,
and the ones we get off
haven't
of
tried it a
Craigslist
lot.
are very marginal.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
So he's going to help us with
Okay.
that.
And then, so from a labor perspective, we don't really have a system in place for that. Also, this will fall into leadership, is currently we lead through micromanagement.
Bad word, hey?
Yeah, you can do the tree as well. Do you need some help with that? Looks like he's got a handle on it. He's probably gonna need more gears too, Zach.
We're at.
Here, what's that? I think you need to spread a little bit so you figure out how much you're short over there.
I think you're going to need a fair amount more in this side here.
I don't know, sometimes micromanagement is actually needed. It's just not now.
Yeah.
Right now, the business does not need micromanagement. There are times when especially when you're growing a really fast business, you have to jump in and you have to micromanage to get the business exactly where you want.
Right.
That is not the season for that.
Hey,
No A player wants to work in a place
Right. Agreed.
where your thumbprints are all over their work. They want to feel like they come to work and they do their
the
job. And they get stuff done on the property.
okay, so I got you. Good.
Okay, cool.
Yes, so he was right on that point. We do micromanage. So that was really good to find that out and to know, hey, that made sense the way Mike said it, that then we will attract a different kind of employee like we've had with Tyler.
Right.
Because we don't ever want to let Tyler go. He has stepped up to the plate.
If he can find some people that are more his counterparts
yeah,
versus having some of the same frustrations that
we have had.
that
where
we
they-
have,
Yeah.
it drives him to be a better employee. I mean, and we
Because
notice that
sometimes he's called
we've
us and
had-
said, I can't work with this guy and you wouldn't want him at your job. He's not listening.
'Cause
And
he's
so
thinking
we've
of us.
let him go because Tyler's thinking of us, going, it's not JW quality. And I'm like, wow, Tyler. A lot of people would just shut up and just not even care. So there's a goodness in his heart, and we couldn't be happier. So we are looking forward to finding
More Tylers.
More Tylers. I mean, there's only one Tyler, but that we can get more competent and people like Tyler.
All right, now we're gonna go into the plan. Now, this says 6-week plan. It's not gonna be 6 weeks for you. It's gonna be 6 months.
Okay. And because why? Because we are thick-headed and we're old, or because?
No, because I want you to bite off certain things.
Oh, great.
And it's gonna take a certain amount of learning, and you all will have some arguments, and
Yeah.
it'll be great.
Okay, great.
At the crux of it, a lot of these elements come down to systems, and the fundamental thing that will hold all that together is your software. Right? Now, I'm completely biased because
Right.
I have Copilot CRM.
Right.
I don't really care what CRM you use. If it's
What is
job,
yours called? Copilot?
Copilot
Okay.
CRM.
CRM is a customer retention management system.
Yeah, so like it's just simply where all of your data is going to be at, right? So right now you have email, you have your text messages over here, you have QuickBooks you do billing from,
Right.
you have the sheets that you give out to crew. All that is in one spot.
You want to merge everything into one system so you can use that as your marketing tool.
Yes. Now, I am going to put down this 6-week plan. Do I think you should do that this week? No. I think you should wait a few more weeks until you're in the thick of not having a lot of work.
Yeah,
Right,
because
because
it takes time.
Always after 4th of July, we get a little more mellow.
Yep.
You know.
And so that's when Mary is going to spend time learning the CRM.
Okay.
So any CRM, like
Yeah, but can you just write down Copilot
Okay.
because you're the one who got all the bugs out of this stuff, and that Jobber sucks, and all these other ones are terrible.
That is your
so
personal.
yes,
Okay.
and but he's
Just so I know.
he's done it with his business, and
I
he used to
understand.
have other ones. This
Well,
guy is like
I'm
a
assuming you
genius.
designed it as someone designed it for you.
He's a
We-
genius.
we-
No,
applying it to
he-
your business.
we use it, and we have all the engine. It's all in-house.
Yes.
Okay.
I will be doing if you join Copilot, I will be doing your onboarding with you.
Okay.
So like,
What
you'll
is
be on-
onboarding?
Getting you started.
You'll have a call with me. We'll go
Oh,
over your goals.
okay.
We'll also, you'll have sessions on Zoom and phone
okay.
calls as much as you want with the team.
Okay.
So now that we have the CRM, you are not using paper.
Okay.
Now, again, this is more like a January 1st thing
Yep.
because I want you to get in the software. I want you to get really comfortable. I want you to put like 3 or 4 customers
In that system.
in the new system.
Okay.
Well, the hardest thing to judge is yourself because you've lived with yourself from day one. And so it's really difficult to be reflective and introspective. And that's why 90% of the time the problem is actually with the owner. And I hand up, like the problems in my business are just a simple reflection of my incapabilities and my flaws. And so that stinks. But once you know that, then you can be like, oh, okay, great, I can change that. And so most of the time, the inability for the business to change is the inability for the owner to change. And that's going to be the thing that whether or not she can change is whether or not this business will change. And that is the most freeing thing in the world because you have control over it. And it is also the most debilitating thing because if you do not have the ability to step back and be reflective, you will not be able to change.
But you have to understand, we definitely are going to work towards that goal. It's not like we're going to go, oh, let's think about this 2 months from now. We have time. Yeah. I've got to think about that shift, with myself within me. I have to mentally prepare myself. It's not just, oh, this is easy, but I actually want to be a person who does implement that stuff to see if I can do it, and hopefully that I can do it to optimize that.
So you're gonna be like, man, we're paying a couple $100 a month for the software and all that stuff. Yes. And you're gonna run 4 to 5 customers so you're comfortable by the time January comes around.
Right.
And it might maybe just run a few projects,
Right.
like one-off stuff. But you're gonna accept their credit card, you're gonna send the link out, you're gonna have a lot of questions, have questions with support, that's fine.
That's good.
But any other questions you have for me? Things that like, we really need to work on something.
Hey,
I have a whole list.
Okay,
Oh,
we'll go back
Mary.
and forth. You do one, and then you do
I have
one.
a very simple question.
Go
Like
ahead.
I'm not going to make you talk forever.
Go ahead.
Hold for a second. This question is, with me working a lot, okay, which is like I can't just delegate all this crap out right away, which I'm going to try to be doing. But if I've got to be behind the trucks and doing this, for me to do this co-pilot and stuff, Mary's going to handle this, right? Did you ask Mary if she has enough time to handle this?
That's why I said wait until July.
Okay,
When
will
it's
you have
slow
enough
down.
time in July? I don't think we're
As things
slow.
slow down and we get caught up, and hopefully we have a couple
Okay, because I remember,
And she's
I
only
don't want to
more
kill
solid
Mary.
people.
She's only going to put a few projects.
time.
Here's the thing. Right now, you're killing Mary because she has to do everything
Yeah,
manually
okay.
with paper.
Yes, I know. I agree with that.
So this will be short-term pain for long-term.
Short-term pain, Mary, I'm sorry. I'm giving it to you, but this will be great, okay?
And here's the other thing. I know you care about your team
Yeah.
and you care about Mary,
Yeah.
but you need to let them do their job.
Yes, sir.
And she wants to help you.
I know.
It's like the firefighter's like, all right, everyone, I'm the only one that's gonna go through here, and then you follow me. Like, let your team get
go
in
through.
there and do their
Yeah,
thing.
do it.
And it's okay. They will work hard. They will work. There'll be times like, man, I feel bad. They're working overtime. Let them do their job.
Yeah. When I was looking at that, it's a whole different language for me. So I know that she'll be able to simplify that for me. It's just sometimes my mind not being able to click, and hopefully it'll click.
I've had experience with CRM systems though, because I was in the automotive industry, and we lived the latter years, these last years. Not in the beginning, we had little tick files and cards.
Oh, wow.
But then we went to CRMs to manage our clients, our prospects, our business. So, I mean, it's all the same concept.
So she's had a lot more experience than I have. So that's why that part's a little intimidating, but I feel it's a good thing.
Yeah.
I'm hoping for Mary.
Yeah,
I want to take the brunt for Mary. I want her to have
just wanna
time
catch up
off.
on my
And I want her to have more
stuff.
time than that. I really do. She deserves
fine.
it. She has busted her kahunas for 16 years, and I don't want her to do all
16,
that.
50, no.
All right, probably feels like it.
So that's the CRM. The website, there's several routes you could go here. Have you ever built sites, or you haven't really done that?
Did that like 15 years ago.
Okay, so man, I feel like I'm trying to sell you guys stuff, which I promise you I'm
you're
not.
You're not.
We have Lawn Care Web Design
Okay.
that will do it for you.
Yeah.
And if you didn't use them, I don't really care.
I just priced all that. I just shopped about that in the spring, trying to get ideas because we want to put our picks on it versus stock pictures.
Right.
Blah, blah, blah.
Now, the nice thing with Lawn Care Web Design is it's not a contract. So if you started paying for it in 6 months, you're like, it didn't really move the needle. I happen to know that when we get people that have no website, basically what you have now, just in 6 months, you will quadruple the amount of leads you're
that's
getting.
great.
Like it'll pay for itself
Yes.
in spades. I
And what
promise.
is your thing
So,
called?
Lawn
again,
Care Web Design.
Lawn Care
And I'm
Web
not
Design.
trying to be negative.
No, you're fine.
But how are we going to manage all these leads?
Mary?
Well, here's the
We're
thing.
gonna just listen and do it.
Well, that's why I'm asking.
It's a great
because
point.
he's gotta know.
Here's the thing.
This
So
might be small leads, Mary.
when we have leads coming in, let's say right now we're getting, what, 2-3 new customers a week? What do you
a
think?
week, new
I don't know.
customers.
Just
I don't
leads.
Janet
know,
handles
but
all that. I don't see her.
Just guess
I
for
don't
me.
think
a week.
One?
Like one, maybe.
Okay, okay.
Maybe. I've been
We-
so busy. We get calls and I can't do it.
That's fine. That's fine.
We're not actively seeking that
Yes, but
business.
they-
And so
do
here's the
call.
thing. You can put a banner on in the spring and say, hey, we're currently not accepting new customers.
Yeah.
You take that so that we get less
Right,
flow.
I get you.
Right, and then during the off season, during the heat of summer, you take it off and you get more leads.
Okay.
Right.
But like, I would be
That's
shocked
Yeah.
if you get less than 20 leads a month.
Okay.
I almost feel bad because like I think in like 3 months, they're gonna have so many leads poured on them. They're gonna have like all sorts of other problems that we didn't even talk about today, like who answers the phone, like all these other things. Yeah, like usually at that size of business, I don't recommend someone step away and act as the quote unquote architect, simply due to the fact that the business is not large enough. But I happen to believe that if they raise their prices, get 1 or 2 more field workers, they're priced to where they could do $600,000 to $700,000 with 4-5 employees max. And Also, her age basically requires that she step out of the field. And so the fact that she feels so tied to the work that she can't get out of the field is a problem, because you're going to discourage any, like you can just tell she micromanages out in the field. And that's a function of like not simplifying, not standardizing the process, not trusting your team, not giving them notes, not giving them videos, not giving them information, not giving them which truck they're going to use the next day. So like anything but substandard performance would be a shocker in that environment.
Okay.
That's great.
Right? Yeah. So I would.
So is your website and again, this is something you and I can talk about privately, or whether
it's going to be today because he's got to go.
Is what the costs are, what you're providing for those costs, and so on and so forth.
Totally. So like just go to Lawn Care Web Design and contact them. So actually here, I'll write this down actually. Yeah, it's just lawncarewebdesign.com/call. That's going to have a call with Tori. And they'll build the site. It takes us usually 6 weeks to build the whole thing.
Right.
There is no contract. It's a monthly flat fee.
Okay.
And what's nice though is you get unlimited changes. So for example, during the winter, you have
can throw the banner, you can do the snow, we can flip it from spring, summer.
Yes.
Yep.
And you just send them an email and they take care of it.
Right.
There's nothing in terms of extra cost.
Okay.
Like more than 70% of traffic to home service websites that we manage comes from a search engine of some sort, whether it be Google or Bing or ChatGPT. Like it's coming from some sort of other party. So like in order to rank there, we need to have a fast loading website. It needs to look good on mobile. It can't have massive video files and picture files. And then once we get it, like if it ranks well with Google reviews and all these things that help it rank, once we get the customer on the site, it needs to convert well. So there's a difference between like ranking well, i.e. being visible on Google and these other search engines, and then converting well, which is once they get to my website, do they actually turn into a paying customer? And so having both of those is important to actually get more leads, not just more clicks, not just looking good with a bunch of reviews on Google. That's gonna solve the leads problem.
Yeah,
now, in the event that we have so many leads coming in, you know what you're gonna do?
Hire?
Yes.
How are we going to find it? Okay.
Because you're gonna go, there are people that charge $200 an hour for landscaping.
Okay, right.
Okay.
Okay.
So we need to put aside the fact that because we are higher than everyone else and our competition, that we are priced high. No, you have such a high value of customer because you care so much, and you are therefore able to charge a higher price.
Right.
Okay.
And so what is going to determine whether or not you are high priced is when we don't have any work coming in and everyone's declining our estimates. Then you are overpriced.
Right.
I'm gonna drown you in leads.
And to the point where those leads, then we know we're
to the point where you're like, I don't care what the price is, go as high as we can, because I can't serve these people unless I grow this business to $2 million, and I'm not going to do that.
Right.
Right.
So when you have the excessive amounts of leads, you can raise your prices because you can afford that risk.
Yeah, and if you're annoyed by phone calls,
and if it's not working, then you know you got to back it up.
I have watched this.
You know, I think I said we couldn't be more total opposites, probably. You know, as long as both people are cooperative. Yeah, it could really it could really work, because it is like taking the things you're good at, go do what you like, go do what you excel in, and you get somebody else to do, and those are all luxuries that you have to build to though. When when your business is failing or is struggling, you don't have those luxuries of hiring all these people to do the things that you can't do. You better learn how to do them good enough to get by until your business is doing well enough that you can afford to hire it out.
Some of this labor and leadership problems will get solved by simply having systems around the CRM and the website. Okay. Because when you have a better website, you will attract better candidates.
I would agree.
Like people are looking.
They'll see us professional.
Like the younger audience is going to your website. They're going to your Instagram. They're going to these places.
But here's my question.
Yeah.
So out of the blue, some guy's like, geez, I think I want to be in the lawn business. How does he just? I saw a truck that said J&W's.
No, they go. The younger ones go on all of this stuff, Mary.
But what I'm saying is, how do they land on our website looking for a job? I mean, how do they pick J&W's Lawn and Snow? I mean, it's not like you can Google lawn companies looking for employees.
He's telling us that we'll have a better candidate when we start looking. It will be
I'm asking him,
because
how
they're
does
going to
that
go to
candidate?
our website. They're going to go to our
But how
website
do
and
they-
see all this.
And
Don't
I'm
you get
asking,
it? It's going to be professional.
I'm asking him, how does that candidate decide to go to JW's website?
Two different things.
Okay.
One is they will see your trucks,
Right.
like, oh, I can work for that company.
Right. Okay.
And then they
I'm
go,
with
the
you on
first
that.
thing they're doing is going to Google,
Google.
and they're searching
Google.
JW. Now here's the second way. You put up an ad,
Mhm, that's
whether it be
what I'm saying.
Indeed
Hiring.
or on Craigslist.
Yep.
And the reason specifically Indeed will not work for you is because that's the first place people are going to go is your website.
Yeah.
And especially younger people, they're not going to come and check you out and have an interview.
Yes.
They want to go online, and if they see your current website, like, oh, this is probably ran by people that like are not going to be building this business for the future. I have no future there. I will not work there.
Yes.
And so
Yes.
we're trying to not only get more leads from the website, but build a place that when they look at it, they're like, ah, these people get it.
That's the company.
All right.
That's
There's room for
legit. They're
advancement,
legit.
there's
Yeah.
future.
And so on that website, you will see we will have a career page. They'll be able to fill out a
Career
form,
check. I got you.
and you'll be able to
Yep.
get applicants that way.
Yeah.
Now, when you go on Indeed, you go on
great.
Craigslist, you drive them to that page,
Nice.
and they see your site.
Yeah.
They have an About Us page. They know
Right,
about
right,
you. They
right.
already come into this knowing Janet and Mary. Kind of like when you're driving down the street and you're trying to go to the gym. The first thing you're doing is you're looking for a sign, and that sign points to the gym storefront, like the storefront, and then you go inside and you transact. And so I think of the same way when it's like people are mostly they're driving around, they see your truck. That's like the sign, the billboard that says, "Hey, we're over here," and that points them usually to the website. So people see your logo, they see your brand on your truck, and they go type it in on Google or whatever. They find you, and that storefront should reflect well to the signs. Like the truck, I see the truck, that's the sign. I go to the website, it should look very much like the truck. And then when I get to the website, you should make it easy for me to give you money. Like put the register at the front of the store, not the back. Like that's just a form of making it easy for me to give you money. Like estimate request form, instant pricing, like all of that on the website.
That's why I'm looking forward to that too.
So from the labor perspective, the other thing that we want to focus on is having a system. Now, I want to make it where on every estimate, there's a video made.
Okay.
Now, do you all use WhatsApp? Do you know what that is?
No, I don't know what that is. Whoops.
So we're gonna download WhatsApp,
Yes.
Okay. Got
Yes.
that
free.
somewhere.
You're gonna put a group chat and then an estimate video chat,
Yes.
okay?
Got that.
The estimate videos are gonna go on that secondary chat with the name of the customer, all right? So we're gonna create estimate videos. And the definition of an estimate video is anytime you think you're gonna have to come show the crew the job. So if you're like, okay, Mr. Customer, we will do this work for you, and you're like, well, I haven't closed the job yet, make the video anyways, because you're already at the property. You're gonna go around at their property and walk the crew through the job.
Yeah.
Now on your phone, you're gonna go to go to the outside lens, 0.5.
Yep.
So you want it zoomed out.
I
You don't
have
want
one of
to.
those?
Yes,
Yeah.
you do.
You don't want to be like this. All right, so this bush. Don't be doing that.
want a wide
Stand back,
Yeah.
wide angle.
Yep.
Okay, this bush, so you know where they're at on the property. Here's what it's gonna look like.
You're gonna send Zachary what?
I'm gonna send him a video showing you what you're gonna do. So here's an example of what WhatsApp looks like. This is me talking to Zach. So it's exactly what it's gonna look like with estimate videos. You're gonna tap on the little camera. We're gonna go to video. We're going to flip this around, and we're gonna make a video. So, boom, boom. There, right? All right, so this is the job. We're at Mr. Jones' house. It's 0521 Main Street. We're gonna trim the bushes. We're gonna cut this grass. We're gonna install mulch over here. I want you to park the truck over here. Great, done?
Nice.
I'm gonna name Mr. Jones. That's the title of it. All right, Me Jones, there you go.
Wow.
Now,
Wow.
6 weeks later.
That
it's
went to Zachary or that went to WhatsApp?
went to Zach. He just
Okay,
picked it up.
sorry, Zach. Okay, that's right. You don't have to show me. Okay,
Yeah.
I trust you. I'm just
now
okay.
you click on it and it
Yeah.
pulls it back up.
But-
Well, 6 weeks later, when you
Yeah.
put in the job on the schedule and you see it in Copilot,
Yeah.
you're like, oh, I need to send it to the crew.
Right.
I assigned Tyler the job. All right, Tyler, forward. Boom.
All right,
forward
I'm
that.
getting a little overwhelmed,
it's a
but I
lot.
got it. I'm
I know.
sort of getting, but this is overwhelming right
You're
now.
good.
It's a lot.
You will get
Okay.
all the videos later,
Wow.
and it'll take you a while
All
to get
you
through.
guys are
You'll be
good
fine.
at this stuff.
You're
okay.
fine. You're gonna make that for every single customer where you would usually go show them the job.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, that's gonna take me like 5 minutes to make the video. Then I gotta upload it. Right now, you're driving 15 minutes to their property, walking the property for 15 or 20 minutes, talking to the customer for another 15 minutes, and then driving back.
Right.
Okay.
Now, how can we link the actual estimate, the pricing, to that video, but not expose it to the people we don't want to know?
Great. So what we're gonna now that we have the CRM in the
Estimates
job
are a
notes,
problem for us.
in the job notes for the crew,
Okay.
we give them that link.
Okay, we don't want the crew we never let our crew know what we're charging for anything.
But are you wanting us to then share all that with them?
Hold. So right now they don't see any pricing.
Yeah, they
Okay,
don't.
that's fine. Why can't we show them the video?
Oh, the video, cool.
Okay.
Just not the price. I'm just trying to find a firm system for me to be able to capture what the estimate was. So when it comes time for billing, we're right.
Got it. So yeah, like right now, you go visit the customer. You're now going to put that information into the CRM.
Okay.
You're going to send it via text and email to the customer to get accepted. They click a button.
Right.
You get a message back saying yes, this is accepted. Put it on the schedule.
I just did it with our QuickBooks the other day, Jay. I'm like, they
Okay.
clicked me back saying yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
the thing is,
I'm with you.
It's going to be a lot,
little
but it's
overwhelming.
It'll.
well,
Okay,
this ties
keep
in the
going.
next thing is like, why don't we show them the prices?
My guys, they'll think that I'm a millionaire.
So why don't you show them you're not?
Oh, I can, but they won't understand that if you charge $1,300 for a cleanup, that you'll
they're
probably
only making
take like, we're only like making like for $300.
Yeah,
They don't.
I
that's
actually am
where
in
I'm at.
agreement with that to a certain extent because they have no idea what overhead is, and sometimes, and this has happened in businesses I've ran before, everybody's so misled on what, just because you sell something for $10,000 doesn't mean you're making $10,000, but
So here's the thing.
So
Here's the
you say
thing.
we
The
share
biggest
this with
businesses
them?
in the world, the
Yeah.
biggest businesses in the world, their financials are public to everybody
if they're a public company,
because they're a public company.
right, they have to be.
Now, the question becomes, the reason they have such high valuations is because they share numbers so freely.
Right, because they're not scared to share the numbers because they're confident in them.
And the thing is this, right now, your crew thinks you're a millionaire regardless.
Do you think?
100%.
Okay. Why?
Because they walk in here and they see 4 or 5 trucks, they see all this equipment,
Okay.
they are going to be led to believe that you're just making money hand over fist.
Okay.
Now, they don't see the fact that you live here, you work on the weekend,
Yeah.
you haven't been at your house, they don't see that.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
this is gonna be a hard one,
Okay.
but if you're gonna build the business for the future and the type of employee that you're trying to attract and you want
Yes.
here,
Yes.
This
yes,
is all
yes.
about attracting
That's
a
true.
quality
And to
employee.
be open with their. Okay. So
it's a new generation. They
Yes.
don't want a bunch of walls that they don't see behind.
Okay.
They don't want a curtain.
Transparency.
They don't want to just show up to the job, show up to work and be told what to do and have no idea how much there's revenue. They have no idea. Like, if you want to hire someone that's just be a cog in the wheel, hire someone that is just going to show up here, blindly do what you say, and you will have to be on every
Well, I don't
job.
want-
I agree with you 100%.
that.
I've always said this. Janet has always been a little more conservative when it comes to that.
Here's the thing.
You know.
Here's the thing. Will they see a $5,000 job and be like, man, they're making probably $4,000, I'm making $1,000. That's not fair. Yes.
They will, and so okay. I just have to take a few seconds to square it away with them and let them know, right?
No,
No.
you share all the overhead.
Okay.
Would they probably lose their
You
mind?
mean
if
I
they-
do this in like every job? They're going to know what the overhead is. I'm
No.
trying to understand.
No, at the end of the month when you're done the book,
Say, hey, we didn't make any money this month, guys. We made money. We did
show
this.
them. You just
This
show
is what
them.
the lights cost this month. This is what we
Hey,
spent on fuel.
through this service, I guess.
No, through my
you already have
books.
it. You could do this tomorrow.
Okay,
I'm
I
not
do
saying you
reports
should.
for all the time. I'm a report freak.
The part of it
Okay.
is though, by opening up the books, you don't have to hide anything from them.
I think
this
the
is
hardest
so
part is
different.
Janet's
I've always been.
family and life were very much, everything was top secret. So it's hard for her because that's the environment she was raised in versus looking at things from a business black, white kind of thing.
But I can change that.
I got mixed feelings on that. I believe that employees should know if you're doing well or not. I think it's good to have them involved. I don't know that I would share every ounce of it, of a P&L
But I think-
statement.
I think
personally.
Mike is, but I'm just saying that scared me in the beginning. But I
Especially
actually.
with people that have been with you for a week or two,
But that's okay. Maybe they'll bring them on faster to be more dedicated. Maybe Zachary will be more dedicated and go, hey, this is great what you're doing. I've never had this happen to me on a job. And
And
he's
that
a
could be
very
true.
nice guy. And he's a real good hustler. And I care about him. Even in the couple weeks he's been here, he's like a people pleaser, like we
He
are.
tries. He's
So
a
he
try.
tries. And so you got to give him credit for
yeah.
that. So I
We
think
wanna
the
cultivate
that open book thing is good. I just want them to be able to grasp that if you are, billing out $400,000, you are not at all bringing that home. That it takes so many chunks off by the time you're done. That's all I want them to know, that this isn't about, being greedy. It's about sustaining what we can do, paying them as much as we can pay them for all their good works and good
still
deeds.
being able to
have some profit.
because that's what you've worked your whole.
Well,
She's made her whole life this business.
that's okay.
I mean, from
Yeah.
her whole life.
Yeah. I want them to be a part of this. I want Tyler to be a part of it. I just, yeah.
That's why Tyler has been.
And then
because we try.
I need to know if I'm charging too much or not enough too.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Thank you.
We kind of already went there by knowing when you're estimating if people aren't taking your bids, you're charging too much.
Like the software will track what your close ratio is.
Right.
And in my mind, if you're gonna be over 50% close ratio and you're not trying to grow, you're not. I don't care what your customers say. I don't care what competition say. I don't care what the average going rate is. If you're closing too much work and you
Then you're too cheap.
and you're putting banners on your website saying I'm not taking more leads, you're too cheap.
Okay.
But ultimately, when it comes to open book management, that's what we're talking about right now, and that is sharing things with the team.
Sure.
We are not going to be caring whether they see a video, job notes, if they see an invoice laying around. Because here's the thing, if you don't share information with your team, they can't communicate with the customer. And therefore, guess who has to communicate with the customer?
Awesome.
You.
Right.
And so now, when they see the job notes, like I don't care if they, like I tell them the hour, they know we're making $100 an hour. And then like, yes, they could quickly do the math and be like, I'm only making 30. Okay, great. Here's all the other things we're paying for.
Right.
And I'm gonna show them how much insurance
And I will
costs.
tell you that I've shared stuff like that with Tyler, and I try to teach him. So that there's a great value to that.
And it's how you approach it too. It's not like, guys, I'm gonna show you how much we're losing this month. It's like, no. It's like, hey, I just want everyone to know, like, this is the cost.
Yeah.
And it's just ask, like, if you were working a job, would you want to know kind of what's going on? Would you want to know your notes the day before? Like, build the business. Build the business as if like you would want to work here. You're building the business in a way that you wouldn't work here.
Yeah.
Like the 20-year-old version of you that went and started like buying equipment, doing it, would not work here right now. The bottom line is this is what I want you to think. Instead of calling it open book management, I want to say this: we're not going to hide anything. Everyone knows how much the jobs are.
Yep.
We're going to show what the P&L is, profit and loss statement in a month, and you're going to say, hey, the reason this is important, guys, is because right now we need to get more jobs on the schedule for July, because otherwise we're gonna have to lay people off, and I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
And by the way, if we can make more money, I want to be able to get benefits for you all. I really want to do that. To do that, we need to hit about 20% or over in profit. That's our goal. We need to be able to get more jobs for the off season so I don't lay people off. Like, you make this about the team, because that's actually what you care about, and that's why you go buy a house to keep them busy for. And furthermore,
Hey, I'm sold. I'm with you on that. I'm okay with
so no hiding. And that right as of like tomorrow, what that looks like is we don't hide invoices or hide information. Like, what if they called the customer? Okay, like well, let's play it out.
Yeah.
What are they gonna do? Start their own business? Are they gonna be around for 30 years?
Actually,
No.
used to make a no-compete agreement years ago, Gene, that had one.
Yeah, it doesn't even have any legal bearing. So like, no hiding. All right. Yes, you will be taken advantage of. Prepare for it. Someone will use that number against you. Someone will take you to a competitor. Someone will start their own business. Yes, it will happen. But the 95% of people who stay here will do a better job. They'll make more money. You'll make more money, and you won't have to micromanage them. And it's going to be a come to Jesus moment for I have done things wrong in the past. I'm not going to do that anymore. I apologize for the fact that I micromanage. I do not give you notes for your job. I don't share you about the numbers of this business. I have nothing to hide.
Right.
I sleep over there. I work really hard, but I want this place to be better for you all. I want to be able to pay you more.
Oh, that's true.
I'm going to show you how much the business is making and how much we're charging customers, because I have nothing to hide. And I want this to be a place where you can come, you can grow, you can learn, and you can make more money. And we're going to do that together, and it's going to start with me changing. And something I'm really afraid of is adding software and having a website and getting leads coming in. And I'm gonna figure it out, because that's what this business needs to make sure that you all keep a job if I get hit by a bus.
That's true. Yeah, that's good. It's really good.
But any other questions you have for me?
Okay, so website, we've got the lead on that. System for estimates, got an answer for that. A transition plan to sell and retire.
Oh,
You got to start
okay.
looking at transitions. You're
Okay.
7 years
All right,
away.
that's a little bit down. Okay.
Yeah, and this doing all of this stuff makes the business
help.
actually
More sale?
sellable or pass alongable.
yeah.
Well, hey, a business that can run without you is worth
Worth more than one
significantly
that can
more.
run with you.
So you have options if you can build the business with systems, because there's a high likelihood that that for 10 years you could at least show up here once a week and have a team meeting and have a great general manager. But that doesn't happen without systems.
So don't you think we've wrecked your brain? Isn't your brain gonna explode?
It's fine.
Wow.
It's fun. Anything else specifically though that I can help with?
Everything that's just been filmed and discussed is open knowledge for the world. Is that correct?
You'll also get a whole copy of it. They'll send it to you
So
next
that was a very uncomfortable point for me because I don't believe our business and our laundry should be aired out on the world.
Yeah, the thing is this, for every one person we've ever shown on the channel, there's 1,000 other people that are going through the exact same problem. There are other female-owned businesses in this industry that also have the same complexes and fears and doubts. And they're like, oh, someone else can do it. Oh, I'm at 100,000, I can get to 500,000? Like, I can do this.
Right.
Oh, they're 60 years old and they're figure out a CRM? Oh, I'm 40 and I'm complaining?
Right.
I was really there a month ago or a month when I texted. It was just bad.
The whole objective here is for people to be able to identify with you and say, if they can do it, I can do it. And if they can turn around their business, I can do it.
It's just capitalizing on a couple key points there changes everything.
It's a few little things. And a lot of the big things actually get affected by these little
all those,
tweaks.
right.
Which
Right.
makes sense. And I told you, it's genuine. You could just tell he wants to help people and help it work, not because he wants you to buy Augusta Lawn Care franchise. He actually is doing this out of the good of his heart to see other people succeed. It's good for people. And that's why I've clicked on these 4 years ago, because he's been doing this since he was pretty much out of the womb of his mother. Systems in place. Systems work.
I'm all about systems.
I'd always hear you say that, so I really appreciate you taking the time.
Good afternoon, JW's Lawn Service. How can we help you today?
Hey Janet, this is Zach with the Mike Andy's media team. How's it going?
Oh, hi, Zach. How are you?
Good, long time no talk. I wanted to give you a call. I was wondering if you have a second to talk about how it's been going since we visited.
I felt bad because I'm super busy and all weekend, but it's gone fine. So I'm still working a lot. Mary hasn't implemented because she's been super busy, but Mary's the admin, okay? So I want her to get that website up and working. In terms of doing his thing, that hasn't been as fast as I wanted. He gave us 6 months to do it. So it's not, we're not gonna crash and burn right now, but we have to wait till things get a little bit settled down where Mary can actually take time to get his stuff up. We need to get that up and running. And then we haven't done anything with credit cards yet. That's still like on the back burner. So those two things I know are very important to us, okay, to start, doing that. Like heck, I just took 3 weekends off for the first time since March. So that was great. But, we want to take the time where I can sit down, like literally for 1 whole week. I want to take off some time with Mary, if we can do this, and start implementing all that stuff. I don't want to do it just on a whim. I want to sit down, clear my mind, and clear my schedule, which usually happens around the time people go back to school. So that's going to be in end of August. Oh my God. And I'm so hyped to do this. I don't know if Mary is as hyped as me. I am really hyped about this. And I think I'm pretty good about knowing good people in my life and what they're trying to do. And you guys are just fantastic. So Mary's not as eager as me. I know, because she's the one who has to figure out the whole system and the whatever it calls when we buy your whatever it is, this monthly thing from you guys about things that we can get leads and estimates and all this kind of stuff. That is giving her a little bit of trepidation right now because she can't think about it. It's like we're so freaking busy now, but when it calms down, she will be able to put that into motion. She just needs time. All right, I hope all you guys are okay. I hope your family's okay, and I hope you're doing well. And thank you for everything and being so kind, okay?
Yeah, thanks. You have a great day.
All
Enjoy
right.
the weather.
You too, Zach.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye.